Welcome to spring on the homestead, where things are coming back to life. We're working on cleaning out the freezers after a long winter of saying I'm definitely going to get to that project this week. And tackling one of my least favorite spring chores, which is cleaning out the chicken coop, with the help of my husband, of course, taking care of all of the seedlings that are starting to really want to get outside, but we're not quite there yet. So come along and spend some time with us on the spring in the homestead doing some less than Pinterest worthy chores. So let's go ahead and get started. Spring really is one of my favorite times on the homestead because everything is coming back to life, especially after a long Wisconsin winter. It feels like the best gift in the world to be able to get outside, see the trees start budding, the hopes of what will be lots of fruit coming in on berry bushes and things. It just feels really magical after all being snowed in for 6 months at a time. But that also means that we have to do the things that I really dislike doing, which is cleaning out the chicken coop. Truth be told, the reason I hate this job so much is because it is inevitable that it will become the Taj Mahal for mice all winter long. And fun fact about me, mice are really like one of my only really big fears. So this becomes a job that I really do not look forward to because I know the second we start pulling hay bales around, the mice are going to come out. Thankfully, Joe always makes this job a whole lot easier. But of course, inevitably, as we start digging around in hay bales, we are going to find clutches of eggs everywhere. That is one of the big reasons we had to get this job done. We also got a little bit of a break in the really warm weather, and we decided to do this job on a day that was a little bit more casted over. It wasn't as hot because it honestly just makes the job a lot less stinky. Yeah, everything is not very Instagram worthy and very aesthetic in a real life, because to get those aesthetic moments, you have to deal with things like this. Lots of caked on. It's a lot. But nonetheless, we did go ahead and get the job done, and once it's done, it always feels really, really good. In between doing these things, of course, I also had muffins in the oven, so I was coming in to check my muffins periodically because I did not want those to burn. Here you can see the little holes that the mice make in their new house.
Watch out for one crawling up your arm!
Oh! I picked it up and like 10 of them fell off the bottom. Oh, yuck!
I hope you enjoyed that real life moment from me freaking out over the mice. It was too good. I had to leave it in. The next day, I went ahead and started cleaning out the freezers because I've really got to get those taken care of. With homeschooling over the last couple of months, that was the time that I was really going to try to focus on cleaning out my freezers while my big kids were at school, and obviously things change. So now it is really crunch time. I've got to get these things cleaned out. So I decided to start with a really easy project on this Saturday morning because it was a really quick and easy project, and it kind of gave me a little bit of wind in my sails to get motivated to finish doing the jobs that I needed to do. So we're making strawberry top syrup, and I'm going to show you guys how we actually make these into popsicles for the kids. It's a really easy school recipe, I guess, that the kids absolutely love. We also use this to make lemonade, but it's also really good on top of ice cream, or you can put this in milk to make strawberry milk. There's a lot of uses for the strawberry top syrup, and it's one of those things that's a really beginner friendly canning recipe if you're looking to get started. That's pretty versatile, but if you don't like strawberry syrup from the store, you're probably not going to like this, so it might not be worth your time. But I really like this recipe because it uses the tops of the strawberries that normally would just be like thrown away or composted, and we get a second life out of them, which is honestly one of my favorite things ever, is being able to take things that would normally just end up in the garbage and make them into something that's really useful for our family. For our lemonade popsicles, you're going to start by making lemonade, which is 2 quarts of water with 1 cup of lemon juice, 1 cup of sugar, and then we're going to throw in basically as much as that strawberry syrup as you like for your taste preference. We're going to pour that into our popsicle molds, get those in the freezer, and have those popsicles. Or you could just mix it up as lemonade and drink it as a nice drink, which would be really fun. Our seedlings are looking absolutely great, which is fantastic. I think the only thing that I'm a little concerned about are our midnight Romas, but that is okay. I do have 2 sets of those growing, so if they don't come through, it will be a little bit of a bummer, but it will be okay. I just got our order for the orchard. This is from Garden Center in Marshfield, Wisconsin, which for reference is nowhere near us whatsoever. But this is like our fourth year ordering stuff from them. A, because it's super cheap, and B, because they ship. So this just got delivered to my home, and I don't have to travel all the way to Marshfield to pick up my order, which is amazing. But the way this nursery in particular works is you placed your order the previous year. So we placed this order fall of last year. I think this order just needs to be in and paid, half of it paid for by January 1st to get your order to ship. And then you have to pay for the other half essentially. But we ordered some things. This is where we usually get all of our berry plants from. We order our berry plants and stuff this way for a couple reasons. One, because we don't want just 1 or 2 plants. We order them 10 at a time. Depending on the variety and the plant that you're getting depends on the price. But on average, 10 plants is around $30-ish. But like I said, that really depends. That's what I'm talking about, like raspberries and things, which is what we order in bulk the most. We did order more raspberries this year as well. We also ordered a lot of strawberries this year, a couple different variety, and they come in little plugs like this, and they're awesome. The weather has really cooled down this week. We went from like 60s all the way down to like low 40s. So I'm not planting any of these. I'm gonna wait for the weather to get not super warm because I don't want to scorch these, but a hair warmer. It's windy, it's rainy, it's just not great. I don't want to be out in it. I don't want to have the babies out in it while I'm planting, so I'm just going to practice some patience and wait a little bit. But we ordered 25 EV strawberry runners. We also ordered, oh no, the label fell off of this one. Who's floating around without a label? Okay, we'll see. I'm not sure what that is, but we'll find a label eventually. These are another 25 EV. We got 25 Sparkle. We have another 25 Sparkle. We have 25 San Andreas. We have 25 Honeyish. I don't know if I'm saying that right. We ordered another Honeyish. That's 25 as well. I think you're getting the picture here. Another 25 San Andreas. We've got 25 Seascapes, and then this must be another 25 Seascapes. Yep, and then here's we ordered a lot of strawberries. These variety of strawberries, the website I have to say is absolutely amazing because it gives descriptions of exactly what you're getting, exactly what good like implements for preserving and different things these strawberries are for. Whether they're June bearing, ever bearing, like every piece of information you could want is right there on the website. Makes it super easy to order. So we ordered varieties that are going to be June bearing, ever bearing. We want a variety of everything. That's how we set up our orchard, so that we can have early bearing fruit, mid-season bearing fruit, and end season bearing fruit. That way we have fresh produce as long as we possibly can here in zone 4B, which helps a lot. And it's going to help a lot in the grocery budget and just preserving and creating our own food. That way we're not getting a big influx of everything all at once. We can kind of slow and steady wins the race. Maybe just enjoy the early season fruit, just eating them mid-season before the garden really kicks off. We can work on preserving those things, and then end of the season when we're preserving garden harvest, we can just once again go back to a lot of fresh eating and things. It's going to be great. Good order. These are raspberry canes. These ones are all yellow ands, or sweet yellow ands. I want to get they're just yellow ands. These ones are my husband and my kids' absolute favorite. So we ordered, I think, 10 or 20 more of these. We also ordered some silver buffalo berry. That was something my husband wanted on the website, so he ordered. And we also ordered, I think, 10 winter berries, which was another one. Oh, you know what? I have the invoice right here. These are from Yellow River Nurseries. Like I said, we've ordered from these a couple years in a row. It's actually located in Marshfield, Wisconsin. I think they do have an option where you can place an online order and then go pick it up. But like I said, we live hours and hours away from Marshfield. So if we can have it shipped, we're going to have it shipped, and it's fantastic. So we ordered 10 mulberries at $5.25 a piece. The yellow ands, they're 1 year canes. Those are the raspberries I showed you. We ordered those at $5.45 a plant, which is half of what we would pay here. At local nurseries, we pay probably closer to $12 to $15 a cane, so that's a great price. We ended up ordering 20 of those. That came to $109 in the raspberry plants. We ordered some service berries, some silver buffalo berries, and then the rest of them were all strawberries. The strawberries came to 99 cents a piece, so 99 cents a runner. Great deal, great price, everything. This whole box costed us $524, and that is also to go ahead and get it shipped, which is fantastic. Oh, never mind, we did pay for shipping right here. See, it's a good thing to check. Shipping was $61, but like I said, it would have costed us way more than $61 just in gas to travel to Marshfield to pick this order up. So like I said, if you wanted to order from this nursery, how we do it is we place our order in the fall. It has to be finalized. Basically, you have to have half of your order paid for by January 1st. They'll go ahead and get that order placed for you. And then if you want to make any additions or any subtractions to your order, those have to be placed by March 1st. And then obviously, what's today? It is April 28th, and we're getting our shipment. So it works pretty well, but you do have to plan in advance if you're going to order it the way that we order it. But like I said, we love this nursery. The guy who runs it, his name is Scott. He is fantastic. He also, he's great in his email, answers a million questions, is always willing to add to our order, subtract to our order. There's never an issue there, and it's really fantastic. So all of this stuff is packaged really well. It's wrapped. Even our raspberries here, the roots are wrapped so well. So these will last in the box for a while if we wanted to take our time planting, which is exactly what we're going to do. So I'm basically just going to put this all back in the box. I'm going to close it back up, and we will get to this over the next probably 2 weeks or so and start getting things planted in the orchard, adding to our strawberry patch, creating new strawberry patches, adding to the raspberry patch, and getting some new things planted with some new varieties of berries and service berries. Service berries aren't for us, the service berries are for the birds, but getting things into the orchard, getting things added to the property here slowly but surely over the next couple of weeks. So there's that. I'm just going to wrap this up just like that, push it to the side, and it'll be ready for us in the next couple of days as the weather turns a little bit better for us here.